everyone, lesson 3, we are talking about engagement and diving into our database of innovative examples of journalism around the world. There's one from South Africa that I think is really important. Now, when COVID-19 hit, newsrooms around the world had to find ways to educate both young and old audiences around what the virus was and how we could prevent people catching it, even though a lot of the time we're still trying to work that out. Now at #OurStories, we approached this in a number of ways. We did explainer videos showing you how to turn a t-shirt into a mask or how soap works. I filmed those myself in a kitchen while I was in lockdown. But we also did stories from marginalized communities on the ground, looking at a New York City surgeon and a day in his life. But in South Africa, one organization dealt with COVID education in a very unique way. Captain Stay Safe SA is definitely worth checking out. It was a series of comics that were distributed to rural communities across South Africa in all 11 official languages, educating young people about COVID-19 in a really fun and accessible way. Produced by the Food for Mzansi group, it wasn't just the physical comics that they produced, there's also a podcast experience where you could listen to these stories play out, which is really valuable for a host of different communities.
Previously on Thandi and Captain Stay Safe. Thandi is already in bed, more than a little upset that she cannot go to school because of the COVID-19 lockdown.
Now, what's interesting here is that engagement is not always about reaching the largest audience. Engagement can also be about reaching a really valuable or hard to reach audience. And in this instance, they said, hey, we're gonna try and be super diverse. We're gonna try and do this in all 11 official languages and give people access to information who otherwise might not be getting it. And I think this is a really important consideration, especially in countries where you have languages that are spoken by large groups of people, but they might not be getting enough media created in their mother tongue. And the way they produce this series is really cool too. The podcasts were produced remotely while the creators were in lockdown using WhatsApp voice notes, and the comic illustrations were actually done by the founder's 11-year-old son. So it just shows there can be talent all over the place and you don't have to do things at a very high or expensive production value to have a great impact on communities around your country.